Hello everyone, if you're new to this channel, welcome to this family. I am Cindy and you guys are so much invited. Thank you for visiting this channel, and this is my first ever political video that I am making, right, to describe about my walkaway journey from the Democrat Party until the Republican Party. And that was because of something that I learned from my high school teacher, so I'm gonna talk about my journey from the Democrat Party to the Republican Party and how it took place. So I was born here, but I was raised in Ghana for 14 years, and I came back in 2015. For those that don't know me, my life history. So when I came here, that was when the election thing had already started, and I wanted to talk about. I didn't really want to say anything, but I wasn't really involved in politics as much as other people were. So in 2016, during the time for the election and Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton were competing for the presidency, that was when I got a little bit interested in politics. But when I came here, I used to live with my aunt, and my aunt was an Obama lover. She loved Obama to death, so it automatically made me love Obama too. And I was in Ghana, and when we heard that Obama was the first African American president, man to be the president of the United States, some people would say the greatest country in the world, we were very excited. But because Ghana was like more of like a Christian country, and Obama had legalized homosexuality, which according to our Christian values was a sin, it kind of like changed people's narratives about who Obama was. So when I came here and I was with my aunt, even though I had known that, but I knew what Obama was doing, but I really didn't care, just because he was black and people loved him, and he's very charismatic, eloquent, very intelligent man. So I kind of admired him. So then when I started getting into politics, I didn't really get into politics, but I started learning about Donald Trump and all of this stuff that goes around. So my aunt didn't like Donald Trump for some reason, and because of that I didn't like him too. She was talking about Donald Trump filed bankruptcy, Donald Trump did this, Donald Trump did that. So I really didn't like about Donald Trump. So I kind of supported Hillary Clinton, just because she was a woman, and for the first time a woman was gonna be the representative, or I felt like she was gonna be represented in the Oval Offices. That was gonna give me a form of like representation that we women can also be the president of America. So I kind of liked her. I kind of liked Hillary, I'm not gonna lie. But then one day, but I didn't really know the foreign policies that Trump had and what Hillary had. So I remember one day my high school teacher told us to Google the foreign policies. I was in 11th grade by then. She told us to Google the foreign policies of both Trump and Hillary. So that was the first time that I actually ever took the time to read what these two parties stood for. So excuse me. So when I Googled it and I found out, it was like that was like that an eye opener for me, because being a Christian, I didn't really support what Hillary Clinton supported. So that was when I started to see, because I thought Trump was the bad guy. I thought Trump was the wicked one and all of that, because of how the media portrayed him to be. But after I saw the policies, that was when I became, it was like a shock to me, because I didn't know, like, why would Hillary being a woman, support the killing of babies? Why would she support all of these things that stood against the Christian values? That was the one thing that I was very skeptical about. So then I kind of stopped supporting her, just because she didn't really reflect the values that I shared. So after that, I didn't really care about Donald Trump. Didn't really care about election. So one day, I am someone that watches Christian videos a lot, and during that time, that was when Christians were coming out and were saying that Donald Trump has been elected by God to be the president of the country. And I saw all these prophecies, including the impeachment things that happened. All of this was in the prophecy that happened in 2006, 2007. So all of us were very excited. Like I knew that probably he was from God. So that was what gave me a kind of like, a little push to Donald Trump. And during the time of election, I didn't really vote for him. Because I was going to vote for him. But when I came here, I was new, so I kind of lost my way to the election site, and I didn't want to take an Uber because it was expensive. So then I decided to, just go home and find out who was gonna win. But I didn't tell my family at that time because I didn't want them to label me as a racist and all of this Uncle Tom and all of this stuff for black people that don't share the same opinions as other black people. So when Donald Trump won, I was like, what, it's fine. I knew he was gonna win because what the prophecy said was like true. But then the one thing that actually gave me the one thing that actually gave me the last straw for never supporting the Democrat Party again was when Trump won. The behavior and the attitude of these Democrats were so devastating. It was like I was surprised and disappointed at the same time. I mean, if someone that you don't like wins, what you're gonna do as an average person, right, is to go back, analyze what you could have done better, right, so the next 4 years you come back stronger. But then we had these immature kids, people destroying people's burning down the flag, beating people up, cursing, rioting, like doing all of these things. And that was when I began to understand what the Democrat Party was all about. So since then, I stopped supporting the Democrat Party entirely, and I have been a Trump supporter for almost 4 years now, right? And trust me, I love our president. I love him. I feel like he is the man that America has been waiting for a long time. No politicians to give us all these false hopes, right? He has been here for 3 years, almost 3 years, with all of the problems, with all of the Russia thing, from impeachment to all of these pressure that these left were from all of this pressure that the left was bombarding him with. He was still on his feet for no reason. And it's like the more they pushed him, the more he was getting better and the more he was thriving. And many people, even during the Black Lives Matter movement, people have gotten to understand that the Democrat Party that they once thought they supported was not actually the party for the people, right? So it's like all of this has all of the struggles that the Democrats try to put him in. It's like for some reason the more they put the struggle in, the more he rises higher. I don't know what it is, but probably is God. There are times that God led me to pray for him for 7 days, pray for Donald Trump, because what he's doing is something that we cannot see, both spiritually and physically. Like, he is fighting a lot of people that we don't even know of. So during this election, during the Black Lives Matter movement thing that is going on, during this coronavirus season, the quarantine, everything that is going on is just exposing the Democrat people for who they are. It is just exposing the Democrat Party, because they are not really a party of the people, right? They are preying on the emotions and the pain of the past of black people to politicize their agenda. Right, they don't really care about black people. They just use something. They just thrive on division and hatred and racism. Because if these things never happen, I don't even believe the Democrat Party would exist, right? So it's like, with the things that they are doing, right, with the rioting and the looting, and they couldn't even maintain law and order in their cities that they were supposed to work in. What makes you think that if they were able to destroy the little city that they were living in, they wouldn't destroy the country if given the chance? So this is the time that we, the patriots, we need to stand up. So for me, first of all, I didn't really want to engage in political topics and stuff, but I realized that if we really love our country, we need to step up. We need to do something. We need to step up and defend the country for what it is. Right? This Democrat Party are going to destroy this country if we watch and just watch from the sidelines. We need to step up. That is why I feel like we need a lot of black conservative voices, because the Democrats think that all black people are Democrats or Joe Biden thinks that if you don't vote for him, you are black. But no, I am a black woman and I am voting for Trump 2020. Last 2016, I didn't vote for him. Today, I don't care what I have to face. I don't care if I have to take, if it has to take me long to get Trump. We have to vote for him. We have to show up in person and defend this country for what it is, right? With all of the police brutality stuff that is going on, the Democrats people are liars. Because I remember when I came here in 2015 and my mom got sick in 2016. So it got to a time that her behavior was making me, anxious, and I wanted to call the police. But because of the social media and how the media had portrayed police officers to be, I thought that if I called them, right, they were going to shoot me. So I was scared about calling them. But then it got to a point I was like, let me just call the police and see what they are going to do. So I called them, and it was a white man and a Spanish woman. And the way they talked to me and treated me with respect, I was marveled. And that was when I got to understand that this media is not really for us. They are just there to create division and hatred for black America. They are always trying to create this racial tension for blacks to be against whites and whites to be against black. But the thing is, if we all work together in unity and we leave all the pain of the past behind and we all come together and move forward, there is nothing this country cannot do. There is nothing. The Democrat Party that wants division is just gonna collapse. If we start falling to their schemes and their plans, and we stick together as a country and defend this country for what it is, America will be a better place. America will be a better place. I lived in Africa for 14 years, right? And when I came to America, I knew America was a place of hope, a place for you to begin a new life. That was what I saw America to be. So when I saw people complaining about certain things that I in Africa couldn't even get access to, it made me understand why people are so ungrateful. Because it was sad. The things that most people here get free for granted and complain about, I had to travel miles to get that. Sometimes there were times I had to travel miles to get whether to take a shower. Or I remember when I was in school, I was running, right, because it was time for dinner. And if you don't run and the food is done, you're gonna end up starving for the rest of the day. So I was running and then I fell down, and I still have the scar on my leg, right? And that food that I was really running for, at the end of the day, when I went, the food, there was a bug in it, so I couldn't even eat it, right? That was how bad it was. So when I came here and I saw all these opportunities, and you seeing all these opportunities, that it's easier to be rich or be a millionaire in America than in any other country in the world, I was so happy. But then I saw people complaining, I saw people doing all that, and that was when I was like, you know what, this country is not really for us. This country, people are really ungrateful. Obama didn't really. I thought Obama should have done something, but even when he went to the when he was in the office, he really didn't. For 8 years, he didn't really do anything for black people. The only black people he stood for were homosexuals. That was it. He didn't even touch the black community, period. It was like he did something. He was just in the office for just a show, But Trump has done a lot for this country in just almost 4 years. And even with the time that he got the presidency, he had to even fight other people behind the scenes, and he was still able to get things done. He's working on the wall, everything that he said he was going to do, make the HBCU. I could go on and on. Black unemployment rate has reduced. The economy was thriving. America was having the best economy in the world before COVID-19 started. So I believe that if we give Trump a second chance, America, the black America, white America, Hispanic America, Latino America, Asian America, this country is going to be the best country in the world, like, trust me. So I've gotten to the point that the Democrat Party is not the party for the people no more. And now black people are starting to know and see the truth for what it is, and we are now waking up, and we are voting for the Republican Party and for Donald Trump in 2020. So thank you so much for sticking till the last video. If you stayed, please do your best to like, comment and subscribe to this channel, as I'll be making a lot of political videos for the times to come. You can also share this video with your friends. It's time for us to walk away from the division party. It's time for us to walk away from the racism party. It's time for us to walk away from the oppression party, and it's time for us to walk away from the victim mentality party. So thank you guys so much, and have a great day, guys. Bye.